I'm excited to introduce our guest today. She's a musician, a TV and film actress, an author, and an entrepreneur, and has taken Hollywood by storm. She's been nominated for multiple awards, including an Oscar, for her role in the film Chicago. Please welcome Queen Latifah. Queen Latifah,
Yay.
It's great to have you with us today on Sidewalks.
Thanks, Cindy. Good to be here.
So let's talk a little bit about your early life. Tell me about where you started, or where you're from, and how you got started.
Wow. I'm from New Jersey originally, Newark, East Orange, Irvington area. And I sort of got started in music first. Friends of mine from high school, they all rapped and liked hip-hop music, and so I started rapping and made a demo, and a friend of mine passed it to another friend who passed it to a friend, and shortly thereafter I was signed to Tommy Boy Records, and so I went from music to television with Living Single and to film. So that's the short story.
There you go.
That's the short, painless version of it all.
We are seeing you all over the big screen in such films as Chicago and, of course, Hairspray, and a special film that is close to your heart called Arctic Tale. Tell us a little bit about the film.
Well, Arctic Tale follows the life of a seal, I always want to say seal pup, but of a walrus pup called Sela, and of a polar bear cub called Nanu. And so we sort of see them from birth basically all through adulthood, and how climate change is affecting their lives. These are animals from the Arctic, and how the climate change and global warming is affecting their lives. But we see it from sort of a more personal point of view, because we get to know these animals and we kind of get endeared to them. So I think there's more of an emotional connection than you might see with some other films to this film. Sort of in the vein of March of the Penguins.
Right. Now, and there's also something kind of unique about this film as well. I know there are some nonprofits that were set up that are going to be benefiting. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, 5% of the proceeds go to the Wildlife Foundation and other programs that are there to help the Arctic. And you can find out more about that at arctictalemovie.com and how you can help.
Queen Latifah, one of the things that I really like about your work as an actress is just how sincere you really come across on the screen. Was acting something that you always had an interest in doing, or did it just come by happenstance?
Kind of a mixture of both. For me, as a kid, I was always fascinated by films, by musicals, by karate pictures. Movies and television in general, comedies. And I would imitate different voices in the mirror, and I don't know if that, probably every kid does that. I don't think that I really felt the acting urge. I would do school plays, but I did a play my freshman year of high school called Godspell, and the director was someone from outside of our school. I went to a Catholic girls' school, and all of the boys who came and were in the play were from different boys' high schools, and some were just actors from outside of schools at all. But this director was really hardcore and challenging and demanded things of us, and it sort of was the kind of the hardest work that I had done, and it really touched me. I was that character. So when it came time to perform that play, I was totally in character, and I watched the effect that it could have on people, and moved a crowd of people to tears in a high school gym. So that struck a chord with me. I think that was the first time I really realized that I wanted to do that. And fortunately, I was able to have the opportunity to do it at probably about 20 years old when Spike Lee was casting for a waitress in this film called Jungle Fever.
Right.
And he was looking for a female rapper, luckily.
That's right.
And that was my chance. He cracked the door for me. I kicked it open.
That's right. Now, we are actually almost out of time here, but I just wanted to close with some career advice for rising young performers.
Commitment. I think you have to be committed to it. I think you have to be aware of who you are and where you are. Be confident with whatever you do. And choose things that you feel like you could put 150% into, and understand that there's no such thing as an overnight success.
That's right.
It all takes time and hard work, so just be dedicated.
Thank you so much for being with us today on Sidewalks. It was a pleasure having you.
All right.